Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. I've got a very serious story. And first I want to make this very clear. This company has already pulled back its decision and it said it was a mistake, which is actually a lie, all right? I'm going to tell you right now and paint a picture and show you exactly what the financial system's plans are for you, but it's much bigger than that. If you agree and understand the severity of this situation, regardless if they already pulled back their decision and changed their mind, all right? Share this video everywhere you can. The reason why is because they won't want to share it. Not you, I'm talking about the system. And this is very, very serious because this is giving you a glimpse into your future and why I've been saying for 2 years the most powerful thing you can do is get out of debt. You are a slave to the lender, and this entire system, world system of control is built on debt. All right, it is very, very clean, very easy to figure out. Yes, you can use debt to make money. That's easy, right? But we can do that starting companies, using debt inside of our entities to do it right legally and to where it's not hurting you and your family if there's a bad decision or a turn in the economy, if you know what I mean. I know I'm going to get to this story, but I want to make this very clear. That will produce more jobs than ever, but right now, this system of debt is keeping you under control and underwater, all right? I want to make that very clear. Here we go. Here's the story. PayPal, the other day, pulled back its decision. It says it won't fine customers $2,500 for misinformation after a backlash. And quite frankly, the only reason there was a backlash was because of channels like this. I first heard about this from Patera at Appalachia's Homestead. So thank you so much, Patera, for you were sounding the alarm first. And immediately by the time I went and looked at this, PayPal had already pulled their decision. And so here we go. It says they backtracked on a published policy that would have fined users $2,500 for spreading misinformation, claiming the update had gone out in error. Lie. It was a published policy. Okay? They're trying to cover their tracks right now. An AUP notice recently went out in error, they said, that included incorrect information. PayPal is not fining people for misinformation, and this language was never intended to be inserted in our policy. Let me make this very clear. I'm not even going to read this trashy article. I'll link it below for you guys to read. When I say trashy, it's because it's a lie. It's propaganda. What people do, what companies do, is they float out information of something they want to do, and they see what the public would do with it. We've already seen in the last 3 years this kind of activity being mainstream, all right? And if you bring out any information other than the status quo, it is trashed on, crashed, you're publicly humiliated or ridiculed or fined, right? We've seen this in China, the social credit score. This is very, very serious stuff. I want you to realize right now what's going on. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm in the process of moving some of my companies that pay me through PayPal. I am moving them, or I'm going to walk away. And I'm going to get rid of this. I have to, because you now know the motive. You know the motive of the company. And the more companies that start to realize this, like, oh, wow, that company just took a header financially because they put out that information that they want to control people. Think about this. And this is, now I'm going to let you know, this is essentially, for all accounts and purposes, PayPal is a bank. It has banking services, it has deposits, it has withdrawals. It's a bank. And even though it doesn't seem like the bank, there's a lot of online banks all over the world. I know people that are in this space that only, YouTubers, financial YouTubers that literally bank on online banks. They do not have any branches, physical branches. People need to realize what's going on right now, okay? It's very scary. Knowledge is power. And that's what we're trying to share. But the problem is, if you share it certain ways, it doesn't get out to the masses. So I want to seriously, and I'm going to delete soon, because at a certain point, it actually hurts people, them trying to, like me, trying to get information out to you, truth to you guys. Because what'll happen is if you get a couple that you're not supposed to do, none of the information you put out gets shared. And so I hate that clickbait stuff, but I use it all the time to try and wake up so many people. And so many people of you that have probably clicked on a video, you're like, what is he talking about? And then they subscribe and they go, oh my gosh, I had no idea. And they're doing stuff right now, like getting out of debt, getting prepared, storing up food, because you know that in the next couple of years, things are going to get absolutely crazy. And I'm going to put out another video, I don't know which order they're going to go, about how the world is literally telling you that in the next few months, you're going to see Armageddon in the markets. This is absolutely crazy. I was telling a coworker of mine the other day, I said, in 2008, I thought everyone was nuts when I'm like, everything's coming down and nobody saw it. Now you'd think with the knowledge of 2008 and the Great Recession and what happened back then, and all the money printing that happened, and all, how asset classes were affected, you'd think that you'd have more people that would be awoke now. That was the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Awake to the facts of what can happen. And it just blows my mind that there aren't more. There are more than back then, but not as many as you'd think. So I'm gonna link this story below. I think it's very important that you guys take a look at it, but start to realize how important getting out of debt is right now. And don't look at this hyperinflation scenario as like, I'm gonna get rich quick, because the reason why it's hyperinflated is because, and everybody can't buy a house and the housing market's crashed, is because most of the people are poor. Do you think that you're that much better than the masses? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think getting out of debt, having a little bit of cash, a good credit score, and then being able to pounce, whatever that little bit is to you, right, is better, it's wiser, it's smarter than gambling, taking all this debt and thinking that you're gonna be able to pay those payments longer than the inflation wave comes and smacks you, as banks are fining people for misinformation. Think about this, guys. All right, with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.